Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. And we are seeing some dry air. If you head up into upstate New York and into New England, you've got dew points in the low 50s. Temperatures that this morning were down in the 50s to around 60. And then, of course, we have the frontal boundary that is running across southern Pennsylvania and is analyzed, or at least it was earlier today, with a wave down in near Chesapeake Bay. And of course, we saw some showers and even some thunderstorms that happened across southern Pennsylvania and kind of clipped into southern New Jersey. Well, now that this wave is moving out, and this was supposed to be something far more vigorous than it turned out to be, which is good news. We're seeing some of that drier air filter down from the north, and as we look at the northeast satellite view, you can still see a few lightning strikes with some thunderstorms down in Delaware and off the Delmarva coast here, and also a little patch moving southeastward from West Virginia. But all this nice dry air in upstate New York and New England is now filtering down, and many areas are seeing decreasing clouds and increasing sun. And of course, if you were north of New York City and into southern New England, you've had sunshine pretty much most, if not all, of the morning, and that's going to continue into this afternoon. Now, there is some radar activity around that we're going to give you a look at, and this is what's left of the disturbance that moved across southern Pennsylvania and into Maryland and Delaware. And you see there's still some patches of showers and thunderstorms, still getting some severe thunderstorm warnings at midday. Most of the severe weather risk today is in this area, and there might be some more storms that fire up this afternoon in southeastern Virginia and eastern North Carolina. We're also seeing some showers and thunderstorms beginning to fire up in parts of South Carolina and into Georgia, with a few severe thunderstorm warnings being indicated there. And up in the northwest, heavy rains are occurring from Montana westward into western Washington state, and also seeing some other scattered showers out to the Washington coastline. There's been some serious flooding in parts of Yellowstone National Park. You may have seen the news on this. And that has been the other big weather maker today as we look out in the western part of the United States. Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk of severe weather reaching up into the Delmarva Peninsula and extending down into South Carolina. Marginal risk touches southern New Jersey and southern Pennsylvania. They're close enough to that frontal boundary that you have to wonder whether there might be a stray cell or two that we might be having to deal with during the afternoon and evening hours. But I think the bulk of what happens today is going to be in the slight risk zone. And as we take a look at the rainfall forecast from WPC for the next 7 days, really not all that much. We're talking about less than a quarter of an inch from central New Jersey northward into New England. You get to see heavier amounts in interior upstate New York, central and western Pennsylvania, down in the Appalachians and into Florida. 3/4 of an inch to an inch and a quarter. A couple of pockets of an inch and a half. Heavy rains continue up again into northwest Montana, up several inches or more. And in the southwest, which we've been talking about how bone dry it's been, well, we're seeing some monsoonal action here with tropical moisture coming up through Mexico and heading into parts of Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah, bringing anywhere from a couple of tenths to as much as an inch to an inch and a half. So that's the good news there. All right, going forward for the rest of the week, it's a fairly straightforward outlook here. We've got our high along the coast for building down from the north for this afternoon and for tonight into Wednesday. It moves offshore. There is very warm to hot air to the west that's going to try to push eastward, but it won't make it. And if you'll notice here, Wednesday evening, there are some showers and storms indicated in western Pennsylvania down the Appalachians into northern Georgia. That kind of marks the boundary zone between the warm air to the east and the very warm to hot air that's to the west. That shower and thunderstorm activity chance is going to increase on Thursday, which will be a warm and increasingly more humid day. We have the first of two cold fronts coming through with a chance for showers and thunderstorms late in the day on Thursday. Might be some severe weather risk inland from western New York into western Pennsylvania. Then that goes by. Then a second front is going to come by with an upper trough on Friday. Friday, I think, will be the warmest day of the week in from southern New England down into northeastern Virginia, where we could see highs generally in the mid 80s to around 90. Everywhere else this week, it's really all about 80s. And then once that front comes through, here comes this really nice cool high for Father's Day weekend. We've been talking about this for days. Everything is on track here for some very cool air this weekend relative to the time of year. We're going to be running about 5 degrees below average, which this time of year is a sizable anomaly. And this very dry, cool air will be with us all weekend long and even into the start of next week until we start to get weather systems to move again, maybe some showers late on Monday as a warm front goes by to our north. And in the longer term, we probably have got some more weather systems and cold fronts coming down out of Canada with regards to the longer term pattern. So if you're looking for any kind of prolonged heat, I suggest you keep looking because here in the Northeast and Northern Mid-Atlantic states, that's outside of the odd day, like Friday, for example, we're just not going to see stretches of back-to-back-to-back days of 90-plus weather. Meanwhile, I just want to highlight I have Sunday mornings forecast lows, which are generally going to be in the mid to upper 50s. And then if you head up into northeastern Pennsylvania and up the Hudson Valley and up the Connecticut River Valley, we're talking about lows down in the mid to upper 40s. And with respect to high temperatures for both Saturday and Sunday, we're talking about daytime highs that are going to be in the 70s. Humidity levels are going to be very low. And outside of a few clouds going by every once in a while, I really don't foresee any major issues. So enjoy the rest of your afternoon. The Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time. We'll cover the short, medium, long range, and we will look at the tropics and see what that all means for us in the coming days and in the coming weeks. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you later.